What's up, friendos, and welcome into Fantasy Pros MLB. I am Chris Welsh, and today I have got 5 players. Buy, sell, I don't know. You get to decide because it is early, like early. Should we be talking about trades? Yes, because we can take advantage potentially of people freaking out, overreaction season, or buying in on players before they pop, and just also getting the maximum value on players. Because like I said, this is an overreaction time. So that's what we're going to do today. 5 players to potentially get you some deals if you want to make some early trades. You know what else can help you with trades? My Playbook. You can go and download the app today on your favorite app store, or go to fantasypros.com/MLB My Playbook. My Playbook has the trade analyzer, so you can put all of your trades to the test. It'll give you suggestions. Plus, we've got lineup assistant. We've got waiver assistant. Make all of your moves with Fantasy Pros. That's right. Go and sync your league today and start using My Playbook on your app store, the My Playbook app, or fantasypros.com/MLB My Playbook. Now, before I get into my list, we want to give you a chance to elevate your victory to legendary status with the Trophy Smack 36-inch Fantasy Baseball Championship Trophy. This isn't just any trophy. It's a towering symbol of your fantasy baseball dominance. To enter for a chance to win, simply subscribe to the Fantasy Pros MLB YouTube channel and leave a comment on any video. That's your ticket to possibly claiming this extraordinary symbol of fantasy baseball supremacy. Stay in the loop and turn on notifications for our latest updates, and don't miss out on this exclusive chance to elevate your victory. All right, 5 players. Buy, sell, and then there's a big question. I'm going to want your interaction. So let's get to it. First on the list, we are going to go to the buys. Tampa Bay Rays starting pitcher Zach Eflin. Eflin was everybody's favorite breakout for 2024. The Rays' magic showed up in pre-draft projections, with, in some cases, Eflin projecting out as a top 15 starting pitcher overall. His opening day start was a little Jekyll and Hyde. He started the game with 3 no-hit innings to go along with 5 of his 6 strikeouts. Then, game went on, the 6th inning, he blew up, giving up 4 of his 6 runs in that 6th inning. Overall, he stayed in the middle of the zone a little too much and gave up a lot of hard hit balls. Not the ideal start you want from your top 2 or 3 SP, but that doesn't seem to be enough to hit the panic button yet. And that's why I'm trying to make a move from that scared owner. There were some slight downticks in his stuff, but again, this is the very beginning and start of the year. The differences were minimal, so I don't worry about it too much. He had a 30% CSW across the board on his stuff and could potentially be had for around 90% on the dollar. For the people that look at the whole scoreboard, the whole box score, and don't dig a little bit deeper. See if you can pull off a depthy 2-for-1, or see how scared the owner is and lowball him. Eflin should bounce back and project to be a top 20 starting pitcher rest of season. Now we jump over to number 2, where we are buying Baltimore Orioles shortstop Gunnar Henderson. Gunner's gotten off to a hot start in 2024. He's rattled off 4 hits in his first 10 at-bats. He's got a homer, and he's only struck out once. Now, I know you're like, Welsh, Gunnar is a big name. What do you mean trade for? We love it when big names struggle early on so we can get a discount. That's not the case here. Early indications, though, in my mind, might be Gunnar holds himself as a first-round player through 2024. Saturday alone, check this out, off his bat, came 4 hits of 105 miles per hour or higher. He had a lineout, which was hit 105. His homer was 106. He had a single, he hit 110 miles per hour, and a triple that was 111 miles per hour. He is so far registered, coming into Monday, a 66% hard hit rate. Those hard hit numbers make good things happen outside of the obvious, put up big power numbers. He looks to be a prime leadoff hitter this year who's taking his consistency to the next level. And I love Adley hitting behind him to create even more run opportunities. A guy that scored 100 last year. He hasn't started running yet, but that's only going to increase his value from one spot. I want to get in the Gunnar Henderson business now if I don't already have the shares, because I think his cost is going to just continue rising. The Gunnar Henderson that was around a third round, if you can buy him at cost, good on you, because I still think there's plenty of upside available. A big year is in store for the Orioles star. Number 3, sell? Pittsburgh Pirates Jared Jones. Oh, Jared Jones' major league debut was nothing short of spectacular. He hit 99 3 times. He was sitting 97 on average. That's great. He generated 22 swing and whiffs over 5 innings that equaled 10 strikeouts. That's phenomenal. It was awesome. And I'll tell you, I got a bunch of early shares of Jones in leagues as well, so I'm happy. I am a owner. But the discourse around Jared Jones right now, after one start, is people talking about him being a top 35 starting pitcher rest of the season. A top 30, a top 20? That's the type of thought that could bring back big returns. I think Jones can be good the rest of the year, so I'm not trying to say you need to sell him because he's going to turn into a pumpkin. But he's a rookie pitcher on a middling team, though I should credit they just swept the Marlins in the opening series, and he's kind of a two-pitch pitcher. He showed a curve and a change, so I don't want to make it like he completely is, but he was 88% fastball and slider. A fastball, which put up crazy numbers in zone, and a slider, which had 19 called strikes and whiffs, but with an under 50% zone percentage. Could he be great all year? Sure. But with the excitement going around him, this is about capitalizing on value of a rookie pitcher who's probably going to have minimalized innings throughout the rest of the year. Now, maybe it's this start, or maybe you go one more and you see how crazy things can get. But when the league catches up to him, expectations might come down to earth. I'm open to the opportunity that this could be the next Spencer Strider, but historically, to be able to keep this pace once the league catches up probably doesn't work in that range. So if you can capitalize in redraft leagues, I would be looking to sell high on Jared Jones. Number 4, sell Cincinnati Reds starting pitcher Hunter Greene. I'll just say this. If I somehow had Hunter Greene, my mission would be, after any good start, to shop him for fair to equal value. Here's the pluses, the strikeouts, and that's what you have to sell. The good off of his recent start were the 7 strikeouts he had in 4 2/3 inning. That's going to keep his K per 9 up, which is great. That's something people are going to pay attention to. He also gave up only 2 earned runs, and the team let him throw 100 pitches on opening day. Those could perceivably seem really good. One more, he only gave up 3 hard hit balls, so why am I selling? It's still a 2-pitch pitcher. It's still a bad fastball. His fastball generated 20 swings in that first matchup, but just 3 whiffs on it. It is not a punch-out pitch. It was also in the zone less than 50% of the time, which helped lead him to walking 4 batters in the season opener. His new splitter, he threw only 6 times. It didn't really do much. It's all slider for Greene, and I don't think he can be consistent, especially with a pitch that's not designed to be an in-zone pitch. Strikeouts are all the rage, and that's what's been pushed up all year. This is one I try to get off of within the first few weeks when the strikeouts are up, because I don't think Hunter Greene can sustain. And finally here, the 5th one, is this a buy or is this a sell? I'm going to leave it to you. Arizona Diamondbacks starting pitcher, Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen, Exhibit A. He looked awful in his debut, which I was at, by the way. What was behind him being so bad? His stuff was way down. And that's something that really sets off the alarms in early season reactions. Not just like a little, but it was big. Fastball was down 1.8 miles per hour. Cutter, 1.3 miles per hour. And his slider was down 2.5 miles per hour. Those are the things that we do worry about. Yet, he was carried by his defense and how bad the Rockies are to pick up a win, and he still generated 15 whiffs. So with his stuff down, he struggled with command as well, and no pitch he had was over 50% zone percentage, which is very unlike Zach Gallen. So that leads us to Exhibit B, his track record. Yes, there are some warning signs, but those are the things that people panic about very early on and can create big discounts. We've seen him have times where he loses feel for his stuff and then he bounces back. Add that to ramping up for opening day, not a big workload in spring, and I might lean on the side of buying. Now, if we were to see 1 or 2 more starts where you see significant decreases, I think it's a massive sell. So this is where it leads to the question of buy or sell. Are you buying a falling knife, or are you getting a massive discount on one of the best pitchers in baseball? And there you have it. Are we buying or are we selling Zach Gallen? Who's your favorite that was on this list? Or do you have a better player that we should be trading away or we should be buying? Put them in the comments below. because we love to hear from you. And sometimes when we hear from you, it pays off even more, giving away awesome stuff all the time. And don't forget, we want to give you the chance to elevate your victory to legendary status with the Trophy Smack 36-inch Fantasy Baseball Championship Trophy. Because this just isn't any trophy. It's a towering symbol of your fantasy baseball dominance. To enter for a chance to win, simply subscribe to the FantasyPros MLB YouTube channel and leave a comment on any video. That's your ticket to possibly claiming this extraordinary symbol of fantasy baseball supremacy. Stay in the loop and turn on notifications for our latest updates, and don't miss out on this exclusive chance to elevate your victory. That's a good reminder. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel here at FantasyPros, FantasyPros MLB, and put on notifications because you'll never miss these videos. Be the first one so you can act quick. Plus, we've got waiver wires coming up this week with Joe Pisapia. You don't want to miss that. And Leading Off is live Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern every single day, where we're talking about all the latest around baseball. News, fantasy advice, best bets, and a ton more. Join in the action for Leading Off and everything that we've got by subscribing to the YouTube channel right here on Fantasy Pros. That's going to do it. You can find me on the X at IsItTheWelsh, and I'll talk to you next time right here on Fantasy Pros MLB.